Welcome one and all. In today's episode, we'll be discussing about the compatibility between the theory of evolution and the creation narrative as given in the book of Genesis. Now, is the theory of evolution really consistent with the Catholic teaching on the creation narrative as given in the book of Genesis? The answer is yes. The first hint that we get is from St. Augustine when he says that God has given us two books. One is the book of scriptures, the Bible, from where we can learn about God. The second is the book of nature. Looking at nature, we can come to know about the Creator. So both of these books are compatible with one another because they come from the same source, that is God. Now, if we take a literal interpretation of the book of Genesis, we find that the whole creation account, the creation of the universe, animals, man's evolution, everything happened within a span of 6,000 to 7,000 years. And that theory is called creationism, which the Catholic Church does not approve of. Even St. Augustine took an allegorical interpretation of the book of Genesis. Now, if you have gone through the book of Genesis, in the first chapter itself, we find that the earth was formless and void. Now, the church understands the book of Genesis to be written in the post-exilic period of the Jewish people, that is, the people of Israel, when they came back from the Babylon exile, sat down, and then they tried to give a theological interpretation of the history. Now, they realized that since they disobeyed God, did not keep His commandments, they were sent out of the promised land. And that pain made them to take a decision that this should not happen. So it is in this perspective that the book of Genesis was written. Now, Pope Francis says that evolution presupposes the evolution from something. That is, things evolved from something. But evolution does not say where this something comes from. So evolution is not that incompatible with the Catholic faith. Also, at the same time, it is not the role of the church to pass judgment on matters of science. And a church is not the one to say whether the theory of evolution is right or wrong. But at the same time, on certain occasions, she has come out to clarify things. The first official pronouncement on the theory of evolution came in 1950 when Pope Pius XII, in his encyclic letter Humani Generis, wrote that the theory of evolution with regarding to the human body and to the human soul, both are different. While the evolution of the body, as the theory of evolution as we understand is, that is a scientific hypothesis. But at the same time, the theories which say that the human soul has evolved, those theories are inconsistent because it is God Himself who has created the human soul. Now, years later, in 1996, Pope John Paul II, in his address to the Pontifical Academy of Science, said that the modern evidences suggest that the theory of evolution is more than just a scientific hypothesis, but added that all the theories which say anything about the origin of human soul, saying that human soul has a material origin, those theories are incompatible with the Catholic faith. It is at this moment that I remember G.K. Chesterton, the great British writer, who said that man essentially came from dust, and it doesn't matter whether he was formed quickly, that is the theory of creation, or he evolved slowly from the theory of evolution. What matters is man came from dust. In 2006, the International Theological Commission, which advises the Congregation for the Doctrine of Faith, at which time Pope Benedict XVI was the head, said they gave a philosophical and theological aspect of evolution, and then they suggested to him that the theory of evolution is compatible with the creation narrative of Genesis. It is at this time that Pope Benedict XVI says that evolution tries to understand the diversity of nature, the different types of animals, plants that are in the world. But at the same time, it does not say anything about the inner nature or origin of human beings. So evolution and creation are not mutually exclusive to each other. In fact, evolution complements the theory of creation narrative in the book of Genesis. Thank you.